5 years ago, inside a sterile white studio where reality was measured by sensors and lasers, the air felt thin, as if the physical world was no longer enough. Jesus stood at the center of the empty stage, watching Mark remove his corporate armor and put on a headset, a visor that led to nowhere and everywhere. He wasn't just rebranding a company. He was attempting a digital exodus. He declared that the screen was a prison, and he wanted to break the glass. To lead humanity into a realm where distance is a myth and the body is optional. Back then, the world mocked him. They laughed at his legless avatars and his empty worlds. The critics shouted, "You are hiding from your scandals in a cartoon graveyard." They saw a billionaire losing his mind in a $40 billion hole. But Mark, he was like a man trying to build a new heaven because he had broken the old earth. He realized that connection was no longer about text or photos. It was about presence, the feeling of being with another soul in a space that doesn't exist. He planted a seed that the market called the Great Delusion. But the divine called it the hunger for the infinite. He spent his nights in dark rooms, fine-tuning the optics of a dream, trying to solve the math of how to make a digital hug feel real. But Jesus smiled, because he knew the tragedy of the search. The soul always longs for a home beyond this world, but the heart cannot be satisfied by light that has no warmth. For this rebirth, Mark became the king of a ghost kingdom. He watched his stock price plummet like a falling star. He saw his friends and rivals whisper that he was finished. But he didn't blink. He walked through the virtual gardens he had built, believing that one day, the physical world would be just a background to the digital one. He knew one thing. To reach a new world, you must be willing to be a stranger in the old one. In the flickering, low-resolution dawn of the metaverse, the gears of spatial computing started to click. It was lonely. It was expensive. It was a pilgrimage across a desert of pixels. But Mark was betting that the future was not something you look at, but something you live inside. He was proving that a grain of wheat, if it is willing to change its very nature, can try to grow in a soil made of light. The avatars were stiff and the worlds were quiet. But in that digital silence, the architect of connection was trying to build a bridge to the afterlife of technology.